Sentiu a maldade. Pô, mas eu não tô... Cara, eu estou muito ruim de memória, velho. Não consigo lembrar quem ele é. Ele é o guerreirinho, né?
And
Que tava com
those who
nós lá, que
won't bend
ajudou a
the knee.
salvar o Joshua.
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far.
É, esse aí mesmo, né? Eu lembrei do
Together
cabelo.
to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I...
Não saiu o vídeo ainda da morte do... Consegui cortar antes. Consegui cortar antes, quase. Quase. Eu tenho que cuidar aqui, Joey, porque senão quem tá vendo no YouTube vai tomar o spoiler. Não saiu ainda, mas pode ser que tenha alguém escutando o áudio, né? É, faz sentido. Não sai esse vídeo não saiu antes do que aconteceu, então faz sentido a tua pergunta. Mas vai, não sei. Entendeu? Não sei. Eu soltei um spoiler uma vez lá e fiquei meio assim. Sr. Raid, um leal escudo de Rosária, apesar de ter sido considerado morto após o ataque ao Portal da Fênix. De alguma forma ele sobreviveu não apenas ao ataque, mas também à conquista imperial que sucedeu. Ele e os outros escudos que compartilhavam dos mesmos ideais se abrigaram no abandonado Distrito Lázaro e formaram os Guardiões da Chama, irmãos de guerra que lutam pela restauração do Grão-Ducado. Mas aí tu tá lançando um vídeo do futuro antes do passado? Sim, pô, eu sei. Eu me perdi nos pensamentos. Se já lançou... Putz. A gente viu ontem, eu acho. O cara tá nos multiversos. A gente lançou ontem. A gente viu ontem, não foi? Foi ontem que a gente viu. Vai lançar aí nos próximos dias ainda. O Guardiões da Chama é um grupo clandestino de partidários do cais que lidera a rebelião contra a ocupação imperial de Rosária e contra a imperatriz Anabela. Muitos deles são sobreviventes do ataque imperial no Portal da Fênix, de 860, sabem muito bem o envolvimento do Império, do Ducado, papo, pipi. Os expurcos, após se tornar rainha do recém-anexado território rosariano, a imperatriz Anabela discretamente reuniu uma tropa de leais soldados imperiais, os escudos pretos, para manter a ordem. Apesar de rotulados como guardiões da paz, o verdadeiro propósito deles é realizar o que veio a ser chamado de expurgo, o massacre brutal de portadores provinciais e de quem simpatiza com eles. A morte é rápida e indiscriminada, com os escudos enviados atuando como juízes, júris e carrascos. O caos que eles instauram por onde passam normalmente é suficiente para deixar povoados inteiros em ruínas. Meu Deus, mano. Os escudos pretos é uma ordem de cavaleiros instituída pela Imperatriz Anabela, com suas primeiras ações como a rainha da recém-estabelecida província imperial de Rosária. Eliminar as impurezas da província. Já escutei isso aí, hein? Ela vai te zaralhar, viu? Desde o início do jogo eu falo que tu é pau no cu. Antiga Duquesa de Rosária, não quero ler. Não me interessa a história dela. Distrito de Lázaro, área residencial exclusiva e murada localizada logo após o limite leste do porto de Isolde. Já foi a menina dos olhos da cidade e o lar de muitos nobres do Grão-Ducado. Mas após a mudança da capital do Império para o domínio cristalino, Porto Isolde foi deixado às traças, e este grande distrito perdeu sua glória e foi tomado por ladrões e assassinos. Entendeu que tu virou o Cid? Sim, sim. Isso é nítido, né?
Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, Her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Então é por isso, cara.
I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved.
É exatamente isso aí.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Calma lá, doidão. Vamos ajudar ele.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Muito humilde, não tem como. John Wade,
At yours.
o maluco morreu, eu vou ficar puto, já vou
So,
avisar.
Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Esse maluco é pica, tá? No início do jogo, brabo demais.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
Ah, mas é
Black Shields
estrategista,
have an
tá?
advantage in numbers, you see. They prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
A boca dele travou e ele não riu?
The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
Ele usava essa roupinha aí, ó.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Ali. Membros do grupo durante a missão principal com períodos diferentes postos a ajudar poderão viajar com Clive. Porém, dependendo do destino, eles podem preferir permanecer no esconderijo. É, tamo de bonde, pô.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Tamo de bonde agora, hein?
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Bora confrontar a tropa principal dos escudos pretos, né, mano? Vamos ver se os caras são faca na bota mesmo.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
Então vamos chegar no Ramuzão.
On your command, my lord.
Pô, mando, só vim. Deixa vir.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black
louco,
Shield?
caralho. Sabe quem eu sou, porra? Tá maluco?
Come, die along with your flame.
Deixa pra mim. Começar de garuda.
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Calma lá. Calma lá, rapaziada.
Sword we swear.
Tá doidão? Vai. Faz aí que eu quero ver o que vocês vão fazer. Qual foi, rapaziada? Vocês não conseguem ficar parados, não?
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Pode ficar tranquilo, meu guerreiro.
To find their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Serpe bélico. Os malucos não aprendem que o maluco pode criar um
A
tupão.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but
Eu gastei o
proven
bagulho.
our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Um dragão. Como ele vem? Todo pimposo. Ó, uma pedrada de gelo. Não tô chegando nada. Calma aí. Vocês não conseguem dar um taunt aí não, rapaziada? Só pra eu testar um negócio aqui. Difícil, calma aí.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
As we're ready.
Peraí que eu vou ajudar vocês aqui com essa rapaziadinha antes. É o pulas, né? A primeira vez minha vida ficou vermelha, hein? Só porque eu não tava concentrado aqui. Calma lá.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
Será?
It did.
It bloody worked.
Certo pra cacete.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Caralho, o maluco é bom, tá? O maluco tem o molho.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the...
Tem alguma coisa aqui pra nós? Byron Rossfield, irmão mais novo do finado Arquiduque Alvin e guardião do Porto de Isolde, um porto comercial próspero no sul de Rosária. Byron herdou de sua nobre família uma pequena fortuna. Ele multiplicou com suas estratégias mercantis e seu espírito aventureiro. Não existe casa comercial nem taverna dentro ou fora de Valisteia que não tenha uma história do Lord Byron Rossfield para contar. É bom, tá? Tá bom, isso aqui é só mapa mesmo.
Lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Lâmina queimada.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
F demais.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Ah, porra, passo pesado.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. and means to string us up himself.
Caralho. Poucas ideias, tá?
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
Então pega o foguinho, então. Oh. Ah, é como...
You would mock me as well?
Mostrando os
It
símbolos
is
de
I,
Rosária.
Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Que isso, rapaz? Que isso, doidão?
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Caralho, o velho tá chorando, mané. É que o Clive tinha morrido lá no início.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Só a mãe dele que era pau no cu mesmo. Era não, né? É.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
Caralho, rangão
You can't
de
very well
cria.
regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Isso não é um spoiler. É um aviso. Pau no cu até enfiar o braço em frente do rabo dela. Que isso, cara?
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is...
Ela vai conhecer porque chama o Clive de Katrina. Aí é foda. Vamos dar uma lida um pouco mais dele aqui. Do Império, de seus títulos, trancou... Ah, aqui, ó. Tá. Irmão mais novo. Após o Grão-Ducado ser absorvido pelo Império, Byron foi destituído de seus títulos e se trancou em sua mansão, de onde pagava de bom grado cada gil dos impostos e tarifas onerosos com os quais passou a ser sobrecarregado. Tudo para não atrair a ira do Império e para manter a discrição de seu apoio aos Guardiões da Chama. Humilde pra caralho. As 7 casas ilustres, as mais ilustres casas nobres da antiga Rosária, das quais a casa Rosfield é a primeira e principal. Elas têm suas raízes nas dinastias governantes de pequenas nações independentes que foram unidas durante a fundação do ducado. As casas tinham uma voz proeminente na política ducal e foi silenciada quando a região caiu para o Império. Desde então, a Imperatriz Annabella tomou as rédeas de Rosária.
gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have.
Dale.
I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Ih, vazou.
Say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Em que ficou focado nela?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Ela tá caindo na real que vai ir
Something
pra
on
casa
your
dela?
mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Foda.
I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Pô, já usei esse título aí uma vez no YouTube, eu não posso usar de novo, hein? Para de insistir em enfrentar o
And when you
passado.
do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Humilde, pô.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
E aos papos.
Now,
Calmou.
let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Começa nos papos de não morrer. O velho é gente boa. Foda que já pedisse o velho. Se o cara é velho e gente boa, não acaba bem? Calmou.